Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Let's Get Loud podcast. This is a solo podcast episode with A. How is everyone? Happy Friday if you're watching this or listening to this live. It is Friday, which for me in the summer, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't really make a difference. Every day is really just like wake up, do all the things, which I realize is very much a place of privilege. I'm actually having the best summer ever. This summer just feels easier with the kids being home and balancing work. And Neil's crushing it. He's really stepping up. And, I had a real conversation with him and I just said, listen, I still need to work. And, um, oh gosh, I just felt something on my back, like a big bug bite. Ugh. I'm like, I still need to work and, here's where I need your support. And he was like, I got this. So, anyways, it just feels like a really, really nice summer, enjoying the slower mornings. I say that because I've been getting up. I've been letting myself sleep in though. So like I'm getting up like 6:30, and then I'm going right for my walk, which I'm loving. I am team move your body early in the day. Like, holy moly, do I ever enjoy that. Now, some people said to me, did you stop going to the gym? And I'm like, yes, I did. But it wasn't really like a decision where I'm like, I'm going to quit the gym for the summer. And I still don't know really what I'm going to do. But basically, what's happening is there's only 24 hours in the day. And when the kids were in school, I would go to the gym in the morning, work, and then go for a little walk in the afternoon. But that's feeling like a lot to move my body twice in a day, as well as, being a mom, enjoying summer, getting my work done. So I just kind of have been walking, but I don't want to like lose my gains. I don't know. So, but I'm really enjoying walking, but I don't want to lose my gains. So I need to like find my balance, and maybe I just do like 2, 3 times a week, I go to the gym instead of my walks. It's almost like I'm waiting for a shitty day, but the weather's been so beautiful. The last week has been amazing. So I'm still moving my body. I'm just really listening to my body, doing what I enjoy. When I was doing a walk after already having done a weights workout, I was only doing like 5, 6 kilometers, but I stepped it up to 10K with my weighted vest. Feels so good. I get home, I'm like, yeah. And then the day goes by and you're like, I already moved my body today. I really love the morning movement. And also with the heat, it's nice to get the heat in. Anyway, so that's kind of our update, my life update. Working, moving my body. Alfie, if you're following along Alfie's little football journey, his team won provincials, which we thought was great and we thought it was over. And then the coach said, oh, we've been invited to nationals and it's on August 15th and it's in Brampton, Ontario. And I'm like, whoa. And so, as soon as I heard that, I thought about there's 12 boys on that team. And I thought about the commitment that would be required from each family to get 12 boys to Brampton, Ontario. And the financial aspect of that is huge. And, I football's been so inclusive for Alfie. And as they're making that announcement, I'm like, we need to find a way to also make this experience inclusive for all families. And so I put my hand up to, I am not in charge, but to be on the fundraising committee. And it's been so rewarding and so, I don't know, it's just been really purposeful for me to put my energy into that. And so we've just started. We did grand in hand where you like sell a square for $20 and you only sell 100 squares. And then you draw and the person gets $1,000 and the team keeps 1,000. So we already crushed that. We have had some businesses donate, which is amazing. We have a massive goal of $20,000. And because it's in August, there's just not a lot of time and people are busy. So we got to hit this hard. And I'm like, game on, like put me on, coach. Put me in, coach. I was made for this. Let's go. I think we're working the details. Gonna do a fundraiser at Holy Whale. But the cutest thing yesterday, so Alfie had his buds over and he's like, can we do a lemonade stand? I'm like, sure, no problem. We can do a lemonade stand. I'll support you. Like, I'll go buy the stuff for you. We'll help you set up. And him and his friends stayed out there all day, like noon to maybe 11 p.m. to 6 p.m. and they made $700 at their lemonade stand. I was so proud of him. And he like was really, he was the, what I'm most proud of is that he was the driver in that situation. He was like, let's do this. Like, let's do this. Let's go do this. This is important to me. I want to contribute, you know? So, anyways, that's been thrown into my summer plans. But I love it. I love a purpose. I love a mission. I just love it. So, it's been really fun. Anyways, okay. So, but what's going on in the Your Way weight loss world? So, if you are, oh my gosh, I'm trying to, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm trying to make my hat not straight. But because I'm watching myself in a mirror image, it is actually mentally so difficult to straighten my hat while looking at the reverse. And my spatial awareness is terrible. So for this is like very difficult for me. Anyways, so your weight loss world today, if you were listening to this the day this podcast dropped, today's the last day to jump on the 8-week summer accountability program. You can still hop into your weight loss at any time, but it's the 8 weeks for 129, which that you want to be a part of. And what that includes is two coaching sessions a week. One is on accountability, one is on weight management, an email to team once a week, our template, our community group, all of that stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm calling people on their shit. Okay. I am calling people on their shit. And because I'm doing 8 weeks on accountability, first we're defining accountability. And accountability is showing up and owning your choices regardless of the circumstances. And I've been hearing some language of some people that are telling me excuses. I'm going to calling it like it is, guys. The things that you are telling me are the reason why you can't lose weight right now are excuses. Listen, I told you, I warned you, trigger warning. Do not continue on this podcast unless you want to be called on your shit, okay? So, I've been having some conversations with people about their summer reality, their summer environment, their summer resources, and why they cannot lose weight. And I'm just calling people on their stuff. So I wanted to kind of have this conversation with you guys. So today I was talking on my stories about what was the hardest thing when it came to, I got distracted, weight loss in the summer. So less structure, the heat, summer food, and then I said, me, I'm the problem, it's me. Okay, so let's go to less structure. Okay. Why is less structure so challenging in the summer or for weight loss? Why does weight loss require structure? I'm just like asking. I'm just like asking these questions. We're going to talk this through. And actually, weight loss doesn't require structure, but dieting does. And following hard rules does. And so I guess I just want to like really separate those for you guys when you're thinking about, you're like, wait a minute, she's right. Like it doesn't have to be X, Y, and Z. I don't have to have it planned ahead of time. I can still show up. The heat was one of them that someone said. And you know what? They didn't want to move their body. Here's the thing, don't need to move your body to lose weight. Here's the other thing, do you want to wake up early? Do you want to move your body inside? There's so many options. And I'm not saying you have to move your body. But what I am saying is, I don't want to hear people blaming the heat for the lack of moving their body. You just say, I don't want to move my body in the heat, or I don't want to wake up early to move my body. And that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you a failure. That's okay. My job over the next 8 weeks is just to make sure that people are owning their choices. Okay. That's my goal. All right. Summer food. Guys, this is an education piece. There is no food that cannot exist with a calorie deficit. Ice cream, beer, chips, all the things. Now, you still need to be in a calorie deficit if you're trying to lose weight. So I'm not going to be like, oh, it's all rainbows and butterflies. But what's so important is that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It doesn't have to be like, I'm going to eat all a quadruple extra large ice cream coated in chocolate, or I have fruit and feel sorry for myself. Like it can be somewhere in between. So just really knowing that your summer food can exist with weight loss, I think is such a powerful contribution. The other one was people said kids' schedules. And this is another one. I'm like, why? Sports schedules, busy sports schedules. And it's like, I'm going to ask you, what about busy sports schedules conflicts with creating a calorie deficit? I'm asking you guys that. What about being busy conflicts with creating a calorie deficit? Do you truly believe that it requires more time to eat in a calorie deficit? It might require more time to meal prep. It might require more time to have things planned ahead, but that's not required for a calorie deficit. So, again, like really making sure that we are like, we're not using those excuses. We are not using those excuses this summer. If you want to choose weight loss, I support you. If you don't want to choose weight loss, I support you. I just want people owning their choices. So if you notice the language that I used when I said about me not going to the gym, it's not like, oh, I don't have time. It's like I'm choosing to not prioritize it. I'm choosing to prioritize the other things over moving my body. And it doesn't mean that I failed. It doesn't mean that I need to start over. It doesn't mean that I've fallen off the wagon. It just means I'm choosing something else. I'm also intentionally choosing it. I'm mindful. I'm present, which is another piece that I really is important to me because sometimes I hear people and they're like, I had this conversation with someone and she said, I just lose my shit every time there's like a party. And I'm like, okay, what is your brain telling you during that time? That's going to be a clue. And she's like, it's like I space out. It's like I don't even, and then all of a sudden I like come to and I feel like shit because I've eaten so much. And then so my first piece of advice is, okay, we need to be more present. We need to be more mindful. Like if you get to the end of the week and you're like, oh my God, I didn't move my body. And then I say, why? And you're like, I don't know. Then that means that you're not staying connected to that. You're not, it's okay to go to the end of the week and you're like, I didn't move your body, my body, my body. Wow. And I say, how come? And you're like, I didn't prioritize it. I was prioritizing other things. I was choosing to do this. Amazing. Same action, different words. And your words, your thoughts are everything. And when you start owning your choices, you start being accountable to yourself and you get that level of like freedom and control that everyone deserves. I'm going to finish this up by just kind of telling you guys a little bit about what my summers used to be like. I used to gain weight every single summer, 20, 30 pounds. I would go into the summer saying, like, this is the summer I lose weight. Like, I'm going to eat 1,200 calories and run. And I would last like 2 minutes. It would never work. And then there would be guilt and shame. Come September, there's guilt and shame. My pants don't fit. I'm not comfortable in my skin. And I'm so mad at myself for yet again not staying connected to the person I wanted to be. And my problem was two pieces. Number one, I was setting unrealistic expectations for myself. Okay. Small incremental habit changes are where it's at. And number two, I completely disconnected. So once I failed at my ridiculous goals, I would completely disconnect. And that was really the problem. And that's what Your Way Weight Loss does for so many people is it keeps them connected on their focus. All right. I'm gonna let you guys go. I have a busy day. Tomorrow I have friends coming that I met actually through Beauty Counter. Her and her family are coming. It's my friend Jillian's birthday, so we're gonna go to another friend's house and celebrate. And then on Sunday we are getting ready. On Monday we're going to St. Andrews. I love St. Andrews so much. My grandparents used to live there. We're gonna go stay 2 sleeps with Neil's parents who are here from England, and we're all going whale watching. So I'm super looking forward to that. All right, everyone, I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. My DMs are always open. Happy Friday.